Is the microphone on? Yes. Okay. I got the thumbs up. So I'm here with Beth, and I'm not going to try to say your last name because I'm going to butcher it.
That's okay. Schwenzfire. Oh, that's loud.
Schwenzfire. So, nice meeting you, Beth. And so we're going to go over Atrium Health, look at their analytics journey, their adoption journey, and really see the evolution of their scorecard, including looking at the current dashboard and what's next. I think the first thing we'd like to know is know more about your organization, Atrium Health.
Okay, so Atrium Health is based in North Carolina. We have about 65,000 teammates throughout our system. We have 3,000 physicians, about 16,000 nurses. We have 44 hospitals across the 3 states. Right now it's North Carolina, South Carolina, and we're now in Georgia. We have 35 EDs, 25 cancer centers, 29 urgent cares, and we do about $9.9 billion in net operating revenue.
So every day you get a lot of stuff happening.
Every day is very busy. We're treating almost 32,000 patients, and so that's 1 every 3 seconds. So it gets very busy, and we're capturing all this data through our different systems. So you can see here how many physician visits we're doing, how many EDs visits, home visits. We really cross the spectrum. Every time you see your primary care physician or you see a unique patient care, we deliver 88 babies every day.
Wow.
And 550 surgeries.
That's pretty cool. 88 babies.
Yep.
A great BI on that, I'm sure. And so, as you said, you're mostly in Carolinas, right?
Mostly in the Carolinas, more saturated around the Charlotte area, but we are spreading our wings, and we're now down in Macon, Georgia.
Okay, so we talked a bit about organization. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Okay, so I am, my official title now is Director of BI and Data Visualization, COE. I have a team of 16 developers. My developers range in age from 22, so I have a brand new millennial on my team, to 65. So I have a very diverse team of developers. We support several different tools. We're using Power BI as our main visualization tool. We use business objects, more for our static reports or some interactive reports that we have. We also use the Esri ArcGIS, and we also use SAS. Not only do we develop in all of these tools, but we are also responsible for maintaining these tools. So we're doing all the admin work, all the setting up of users, et cetera. We also do all the training on the software. I've been working in BI and data warehousing since 1992, so it's starting to show my age. So it's been quite a while. I did 10 years of consulting in BI and finance. My specialization is really business objects and SAP, but now healthcare. So.
It's interesting because the person before also had a background in finance, like me as well, like you. So,
yep.
So we have a really nice visual of your analytical journey over time. You want to take us a little bit through when you started from 2004 on?
Sure. So this actually started before I arrived at Atrium. In 2004, they did their first generation of data warehousing. It was Oracle-based. They were using business objects, Desky reports, if anybody remembers that product out there. It was focused really on billing documents, so data from GE Centricity for ambulatory. We were using McKesson, the STAR product for our hospital billing, and also we brought in PeopleSoft data for our HR and general ledger.
And then you moved to a central model in 2012?
We did. We actually bought the IBM data model, and we moved to a new platform. We went on what at the time was called Netezza. You might know it also by Pure Data, is their new name. So we actually have an 80 terabyte database. We do 1,500 jobs of ETL outbound files every day. We have 17,000 tables. We run 2 million queries a month, and that's queries for ETL as well as for the users that we're running. We have 129 million encounters for over 10 years worth of data and 5.5 million patients. So this data just keeps multiplying. We're actually in a process right now of moving to our next platform. In 2013, we decided to select Tableau as our visualization tool. We did an analysis. I don't even think yours was called Power BI at the time. It was something else.
We were not ready back then.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So I would
have chosen Tableau back then.
Yeah, and that's what we did. So we chose Tableau. So at that point in time in 2013, we had business objects, Tableau, SAS, and ArcGIS.
But then you saw the light.
But then we saw the light. We did another analysis in December of 2017. The CIOA came to me and said, you know, Tableau is costing us a little bit of money. Is there anything you can do? Can we look at another platform, see if we can save some dollars? And said, sure, why not? I have nothing else to do at Christmas time in December. So we actually started at the beginning of December doing our due diligence and our analysis. And really, we took a little bit different approach. We were saying it this way. We were looking for if Power BI would fail. So we tried to come up with different ways to test it. And basically everything we did and everything we looked at, we were able to recreate in Power BI from Tableau. So in
And that was a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I'd say it got a lot better since then.
It did. And in February of that year, we actually started the implementation, and we were finished basically by March.
Wow.
We did a very quick implementation. Luckily, it was very easy. We did keep Tableau up and running until 2018, the end of 2018, just so we could make sure that we converted everything appropriately. So in 2018, when we got there in August, we actually turned Tableau off. We warned everybody beforehand they needed to stop developing in Tableau, and they needed to start developing in Power BI. We brought some consultants in to help with some training, so we get some people trained right up front. We also decided that we would look at the premium setup, so we ended up with a P1 and a P2. And let's see, after that, we started with our PowerApps, and that was actually this year. So we actually implemented PowerApps. We had a project for nursing. We were creating a nursing scorecard, and we had a need to capture data that wasn't in any of our source systems. So PowerApps gave us an opportunity to try it out. Typically, we had to hire out another team, and they were doing .NET applications to collect that data and store it. But we were able to try out PowerApps as a proof of concept to prove to them we could do it, connected it to a SQL Server database. The user started updating their data, and then it gets passed to Netiza on a nightly basis.
Wow. So far, so good, perhaps?
So far, so good.
Good. And what I'm always amazed when I meet groups like yours is how a small team of people can really enable thousands of people. So you have like a little, you spend a lot of time basically supporting users and helping them grow, right?
We do. So we have a very, very formal process of how people get access to Power BI Pro. We actually have Power BI free turned on for everyone. So it's turned on. They can use it at their desktop if they want to. But in order to get Pro, they actually have to show a business need for it because there is an added cost for the Pro license. We use ServiceNow is our tool that all of IAS uses. So they put a request in, send the business requirements, and then we'll do a, yes, you can install it. And we activate their license.
Got it. Then you use Yammer for a lot of that?
We do. We also do online training, and we're using Microsoft's training. So we decided not to do our own training in Power BI. We decided to let us use the Microsoft, mainly because, as you know, the product changes every month. So their training can stay on top of it much more than I can. We do have some online videos that we first had created when we first went on Power BI that we have left out there so people could refer to them just because of the questions that were asked. We hold a monthly developers meeting. I have 256 developers across the company. They range from, actually, I have providers, so I have clinicians using Power BI, to research teams, to my team, of course, and then to other analytics teams. But there's 256. We have a monthly developers meeting. We talk about what's new, what's coming up, any problems that they're facing. We also try to give them standards to follow. I do not enforce standards outside of my team. I provide standards and I provide guidelines, but only my team is enforced against. Okay. We also do one-on-one sessions when needed, because sometimes people need a little bit of extra hand-holding. And we do an annual visualization competition, which I have to start getting ready for this year. This one was actually just a picture of our Tableau one. They took Titanic data and needed to present it. And we brought in some of our C-level suite, and they actually graded them and ranked them, and we had 3 winners.
It's amazing.
So that was a lot of fun. It's just one way to kind of break it up, give them something different to do, try out some different visualizations as well.
Right, and I think we'll see also in the next session how having that community, that central group is really key.
It is. Our Yammer group is very, very active. We actually have a Yammer group for our ArcGIS, for business objects, and for Power BI. And our Power BI is the most active of the 3. Lots of questions. I always post on there once a month, don't forget, upgrade your software. Because we don't push this software. They need to go up and upgrade it themselves.
Got it. So we're going to look a little bit about your scorecard evolutions, right? So we're going to start back in 2014 with business object and Oracle.
Yep, so as you can see, this is a typical business objects report, kind of with your blocks of data, very static. It came out once a month, was published, and people would subscribe to it. And we did this for 8 years, I think it was. And it served a need. And we had some graphs in there, but not very many. It was much more kind of financially focused. Here's where you are from month to date. Here you are to your budget to date. Here you are year to date, and your budget year to date. We did a lot around care coordination, clinical statistics by division, by provider. So, we had a lot of data in there, and these reports really got us through. But we did retire them. So now we have more interactive reports as we've been going on.
And as you said earlier, you moved to Tableau with Netezza and Oracle in 2016, right?
Yes.
So more visuals, it looks like. Here,
so
right?
more visuals, if you can see, much more graphic in nature. One of the biggest challenges, because everybody's used to read really tabular reports, is teaching your users how to read something different. A lot of them had never seen a heat map. A lot of them had never seen bubble charts before. So we had to spend a lot of time with our user community that was consuming the dashboards. How do they actually read the data on here, and how do they interact with the dashboards? So this is one that we did actually for our bone marrow transplant organization, and they could actually go down to the patient level to see how a patient was doing. And this data was all updated weekly for them.
Got it. And then in 2017, you moved to Power BI.
Yes, so this was actually our first Power BI thing that we did, which I looked back and I said, this has to be the most crazy thing we did because it's the most visible dashboard in the entire company. This goes to our C-level and then goes to every manager and above in the corporation. So what they wanted to do was do a balanced scorecard and be able to look at the organization. There's about 150 different metrics in here that they look at. We offered drill down. We're doing bookmarks, so we have slicers in there. We actually used some things that weren't quite ready for prime time. It's like a Google search if you want to find your organization. You can start typing and it'll come up, which wasn't originally available in Power BI at the time. There's a lot of charts, a lot of graphs, and again, we had to teach people how to read the charts and graphs. But this one, everything that we do has basically a landing page, which is that first page that you see. And then they click from there and go to the different locations. This one on the side here, on the right-hand side, they're actually going out to other applications. We had a .NET application where they could put in some information. And then we actually had also operational excellence, which took them to a SharePoint site to get additional information.
Got it. And you could almost have a PowerApp custom visual if they want to enter within Power BI as well. So, and then obviously opioid, everybody heard about it, and you guys did some reporting on that, right?
Right. So the opioid crisis really kind of hit us hard last year, and they asked us to put together a data mart of where were we prescribing opioids, what we were prescribing them for, down to the physician level and the patient. So this went live in 2018, and they're able to look at it going in different ways, where we're prescribing the opioids and who they're prescribing to. And it was very enlightening to see where some of that was happening. And they actually put a quality program around it to say, hey, why don't you try this type of pain medication rather than an opioid? So it's really helped the clinicians to see in one big spot what's going on.
And so the journey always starts with you building first a data model, and then putting Power BI on top?
Right. So most of our stuff, because our data is so disparate, and for years we've had so many different systems, we generally bring the data into the data warehouse, and then on top of that create a data mart, so that we have very specific subject matter focused data marts that we can actually bring some of them together, and we have. But this way, it's very focused, and they can do their drilling. Almost everything we do, there's always the time component, but there's always the organization component down to the provider, and then patient level with demographic information.
Got it.
So there's a lot of different ways to look at our data.
And then tell us, what is a sickle cell?
So sickle cell, is a very deadly disease, especially for the African American population. Dr. Iffy is a wonderful clinician, and she said, I need something to help me really understand my population that I'm dealing with on a regular basis. So we update this on a weekly basis to her. And it just shows her where the patients are coming from. We have information there on gender, on location. We gave her a little map to show her where her patients are actually coming from. And then which organization they're being seen by.
Got it. And just recently, as you said, PowerApps. So for your nurses to input some data, you said earlier?
Yeah, so I actually should have given you a copy because we just implemented the new navigation on the left.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
That's true.
So we just implemented the new on the scorecard of the dashboard, how they have the left-hand side navigation, and we actually now have tied our Power app into the Power BI visualization, because the nurses are using this, but they also have a need to put data in. So now they don't have to go out and have a separate bookmark. They can just click right over to the left, and it takes them right to the input application. And this was something new for us. We're still learning about PowerApps. I had one of my developers kind of go off and just kind of hack around and see what he could do, and he was able to develop a very easy app where the nurse will go in, select the hospital she belongs to, the nursing unit she belongs to, what metric she needs to put in, and then we default to the current year, and then she can put in the target or the actual, whichever one she's working on.
Amazing. And so
it saves a lot of time.
The low or no code approach seems to be okay, because obviously if you have .NET, it requires a lot more development and maintenance, correct?
It does, and our .NET developers are getting far and few in between.
Yes.
So the team that does that now has gotten very small, so we really couldn't put any more burden on them.
That's right.
And this is something that actually we're going to have the entire team learn on my team. So
nice. So what's next? Tell us more about, because you have had such an amazing journey in the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. For us, let's see, we talked about consuming large data files, because sometimes we do get errors when we're trying to do that. I'd like to see more on conditional formatting, so we're trying to work with the engineers on that piece of it, and more advanced SQL options for other database drivers.
Okay.
The generic one works great, but we'd like to be able to write the custom code for Netezza specifically, and not have to bring in so much data. So we're working with Microsoft on that.
And then better administrative features?
Better administrative features. Right now, I don't know how many of you are using Premium, right? Yeah, it's not so great with the admin piece of it. Every once in a while, something may fail, and then all of a sudden it works again. Or I don't really know how many users are accessing the visualizations, which everybody wants to know. Well, so what's the throughput? How many hits are we getting? I can't tell them that right now. Mainly because we went to the new workspaces. On the old workspaces, it worked, but on the new ones, it's just not working. So working with you guys on that. So that's what I'm hoping to see. So usage monitoring and then the performance monitoring. Yep. Because one of the questions, we have a P1 and a P2, and I'm just never quite sure at what point do I need to bring another P1 online or another P2. So we kind of struggle with that a little bit right now.
Got it. And then you guys are growing as well, right?
We are growing. Navicent Healthcare, we just mentioned a strategic combination with them, so that's down in Georgia. So that's going to grow us. That's going to add another 4 hospitals, and I forget how many people, but it's also another 88 ambulatory practices. So another 88 practices we're going to have to deal with. We're announcing some future strategic combinations, and we haven't done it officially yet. The one we did officially say is we are partnering with Wake Forest to build a medical college in Georgia, in Charlotte. So that's going to be a big change, for us. So a lot more data, a lot more going on.
But it's amazing, the trend, and I'm excited about the integration with PowerApps. So maybe we'll open up for, there's 1 or 2 questions. Anybody? So maybe the first gentleman here. And I'll repeat the question. Go ahead.
I have a general question about your team. So you said you had 16 developers. Are they more or less, like, what's the skill set?
So,
Full stack developers?
so the question is about the 16 developer, their profile.
Okay. So they range in skills from, I have juniors to team leads and managers. Every person on my team is required to know 2 pieces of software. So either they know ArcGIS and Business Objects, Power BI and ArcGIS. So they've all been cross-trained, but the minimum is they have to know 3. Most of them, no, 2. Most of them are learning 3 now. So that's kind of the makeup. I also have it so it's very hard in healthcare to be an expert in all of the different pieces of data within healthcare. So I have some that specialize really on the clinical side and some that specialize on the billing side.
I think there was a, yes, go ahead.
You talked a little bit about end user training, and how you work with a lot of your end users to sort of build a familiarity with what's eaten at, how the
Yep.
different visuals work. My company's sort of going through that now, where we're going from 100 end users to soon to be over 1,000 end users. So I'm curious if you have any advice as far as scaling that sort of thing.
So that's
Yeah,
scaling
that's-
and user training.
So that's a good question. So the one scorecard that I showed you, which is the one scorecard, that actually has 5,000 users. And what we ended up doing is we had small training sessions for major teams. So like for the nursing, we went to one of their large meetings and gave a presentation. But what we also did was we worked with our HR training folks, and we have a video online that really walks them through it and walks them through how to think and how to ask a question and kind of leads them down a path. So.
And tomorrow we have a session also at 8 with Standard Bank where they'll go into a lot of details about those if you're interested. Other questions? There's one in the back, the lady all the way. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so how many records are we processing at one time? And then how many different data source systems? That is really hard to say. The data warehouse team is part of the EIM, so they're my counterpart. And I know they start pulling data at 6 p.m. and it runs through the night, and they're basically finished at 8 a.m. So it's a lot because they're pulling from at least 4 main systems, from our EMR, which is Cerner. We're pulling from Epic. We pull from IDX. We pull from STAR, which STAR and IDX are our legacy systems, but billing is still happening on those systems. So we have to still pull data every day on that as well. And now we have so many small little ancillary systems we use. We have data from Verge. We have Press Ganey data, which we used to bring in every month, and we've now started bringing Press Ganey data in on a nightly basis.
Okay.
So.
Maybe one more. So you had another question in the back?
Yeah. Are you using any data analytics in Power BI or data model? Predictive information?
So no. So what happens is my team's responsible for doing exposing the data, and then the analytics team is responsible for, and they're using SAS right now. Most of them, some of them are using R to do the predictive analytics.
Okay. And somebody in the middle. Yes, sir. That's you.
Is there any issues with HIPAA compliance on your data that's being stored on file?
So we don't. We try to keep HIPAA out of most of our scorecards. Our data is on-prem, so we're not hosting or having a cloud for our data warehouse. So most of that, what you see, is not HIPAA related. There's a couple, but not very many, and we have extra security around that.
So maybe one last question. The lady, go ahead.
You mentioned having many different data sources and also legacy systems that you're still bringing data from. Could you
So the data warehouse does a lot of that for us. One of the biggest things. Oh,
Your mic turned off.
sorry. One of the biggest things, of course, is our patient master. Because we had so many different billing systems as well as an EMR, the patient master was very spread out. Everybody had different IDs, but they came up with a way to fix that, and we actually have a UMPI number now for every patient. And then you can see what their number was in each of the different systems. So that was a big help.
One last question, the gentleman in blue.
Are hospital systems about half the size as yours? And then once you get in charge of the retail, your rows can expand exponentially.
Yeah.
How many millions of rows do you use before you start to notice deterioration on the PowerApps side?
So what we try to do is we set a limit and said we'd like to drill down no more than 4 levels in any of the Power BI. We actually set that when we had Tableau and kind of use that same standard because we wanted the user to have a good experience. If they need to go lower, they can use business objects to go lower and drill down to the encounter.
And maybe composite models would help, you know.
Right.
So I think I really appreciate Beth. We're going to get to the next. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. So now we're going to have the folks from Johnson Control. They came, the whole team came. So we are going to have 3 folks. We're going to switch laptop to number 8. There we go. And one of you will have the handheld. See, what I really meant it. They came, the whole team. So we're going to let me open this. And yes. Turn it off? Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. All right. Well, thank you for your patience in the transition. Oh, this is yours. Yeah, so those we can't mix our papers. Because okay. So we have a great company. I've actually been lucky to visit Johnson Control at JCI in Milwaukee. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about Johnson Control. One more?
One back.
One back. Go ahead. This one?
Yeah, thank you. So myself, Gurmanik Grover, Manager of Business Intelligence at Johnson Controls. On the stage I have Adam Harper, he's the architect on my team, and Senior Analyst Chris Haas. Today we are going to talk about streamlining the Power BI lifecycle, how we can be better, faster, and stronger. We are going to focus on, we can talk about our company, then quickly talk about development optimization, solution optimization. I think we can go to the next one.
And so by the way, in the preparation, I was blown away by all the things you do, because it's a big company, Johnson Control, right?
Yeah. So we are the largest and the most successful building efficiency company out there globally. We are the leader in that. We have 120,000 employees worldwide, 4 million plus customers. We have our presence in 150 countries. We are 272 on the global Fortune 500 and more than $30 billion in revenue, 8,700 patents the company has filed till date.
Amazing, amazing. And you have many divisions inside Johnson Control, correct?
Yes. So we are part of the Building Solutions North America. When I talk about Building Solutions North America, we have 3 basic businesses out there. The first one is security. When we talk about security, we are talking about cameras, which you see in almost every major commercial building, which we have out there. Macy's, you talk about Costco. We have our cameras, intrusion detection systems, security, access control, asset tracking. Then we also do traffic intelligence in malls. We recently acquired a company, ShopperTrack, for that. We also do fire and life safety, fire detection, fire suppression. So what you see in the room on the top, the sprinklers, the smoke detectors, we do all of that. We are also in the comfort and controls. Basically, we call it as the HVAC business. Air conditioning, air quality, lighting in rooms, overall intelligent building systems. That's what we are in the business of.
Beautiful. And so You have a lot of users of BI, so you must have a big team, right?
We were actually, when we started, we were just 3 analysts working together. I was one of the analysts, and when we picked up the Power BI bandwagon, we started hiring exponentially. But we've maintained focused on hiring the best and the brightest. What you see on the stage are examples of those. We are actually
I'm
still
not part of that. I'm not with them. I'm just here.
we are actually still hiring, so I encourage anybody here who is looking for opportunities.
That's not part of the script. Huh?
You're most welcome to come and contact me.
That's okay.
We have potential for 44,000 users in the company. Right now, we do a lot of still ad hoc data requests, so people would come and request data in our portal, and we will go and write SQL scripts and pull data for them. We are trying to get away from that. We have Power BI users in thousands, and that expands when those users go and pull that Power BI dashboards and give it ahead to other users in the company. So, we have a large user base. We are still growing. A lot of work which we are trying to do. And we have learned a lot in our past 3 to 4 years of adoption of Power BI. From here, I will hand it over to my architect, Adam Harper. He will talk about our premium capacities, how optimization happens, and then Chris Haas will assist him in that.
That's right.
Adam, over to you.
All right, so tell us a little bit about your challenges.
Sure. So you saw the small team. To be clear, we're not the only BI team in Johnson Controls. We're just a small team that kind of is a center of excellence, if you will. But our solutions here, we've looked at solution optimization. There's plenty of sessions on solution optimization, so I'll skim through it fairly quickly. Data source optimization, just making sure we're hitting the right data sources. Data model optimization, making sure everything's clean on the data model side so it runs smoothly. DAX and M optimization, making sure everything's query folding where possible. Making sure, again, on the data source that we're utilizing views so that we can implement incremental refresh. And it starts, the optimization starts at the initiation of the project. So peer review, we go through what is the project? Is there an existing solution that already provides a solution to that project that maybe we can add that data set to the data model that already exists? And then go through each one of those solutions and see, is it running like it should? Is it facilitating the request like it should? And then we have the development optimization, and that's really what we're going to cover today. We have data flows, how we utilize those. Power BI template, how we utilize it. Refresh optimization, we utilize the API and the premium capacity metrics on that side. We do have 2 premium nodes. P1 is what we utilize. JCI has a P3, but we've pulled off of that so that we could control all of our optimization. We're not affected by all the other solutions that are out there. And then we have notification via Flow. And as you see there, user feedback with PowerApps built into Power BI.
So we're going to go over each one of the green ones, right?
That's
so the
right.
first one that we have on the list is DataFlow.
Yep. So is Mike coming on?
Yeah, his mic is on, right? Oh, yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, so DataFlows came out in public preview, and by day 3, we had data models in production that were repointed back into use DataFlows. So we just decided we're going to use this. We're going to ride the highs, ride the lows. It was fabulous. Things were refreshing faster, but we noticed that we couldn't schedule data flows the way that we wanted to. So we broke them up into a bunch of separate entities, and by doing that, then we were able to create a more catalog-like experience. So there's 9 people on the team, but we're all trying to build data models the same way, but we're not. So we said, let's build them the same way. Let's make some standards, and let's make a template that everyone can use. And if someone new is on the team, they don't know where the data is. So we used data flows and used some custom M, wrapped around that so that a person can, first day on the job, I need a fact table. I need this kind of fact table. Yep, that's the table I need. Click, done. And so now they're developing their models faster.
Beautiful. And you're going to show it to us,
Yeah,
right?
so let's jump into that right now. So I am coming into DataFlow's catalog, and I just hit right-click reference because I always leave my original one up in my template file. And today I need a dimension table. And so I click there. What kind of dimension table do I need? Well, we have structure tables that are for each domain. We have customer tables. We have Salesforce tables. You know what? Today, just basic, I need a calendar table. So I click that. And this is pulling in from Power BI data flows in the background. Well, do you need a fiscal or a standard calendar? You know, our fiscal runs October 1 to September 30th. Yep, that's the one I need. Click there, and the calendar's loaded. I've got the easy navigation steps. It realizes that the name is calendar fiscal, and we're off to the races. And that means that that one single table is hosted in Azure Data Lake Gen 2, and all of the other data models that connect to it, that table only has to be refreshed once.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And so the second approach that you guys took on optimization was with the Power BI templates, right?
That's correct. So if there were,
there you go.
Yep. So the keen eyes on the left would have seen all of the different queries that were pre-populated in our templates. And all of those are standard data sources that are already configured on the gateway. So if anyone is building a data model, as long as they reference those standard queries, it's going to refresh. And so we've looked through and just tried to find all of those little steps that people, oh yeah, I have to do this so that my model will work. We just said, well, you have to do that every time, so let's just do it once, and then we'll just never have to do it again. Same idea with a custom theme. We've loaded that into the template, so it's not only the JCI or Johnson Controls color palette, but then we looked at what are the common changes we make to all visualizations, and table and matrix visuals with a column header that has word wrap. So we just made that the default. We changed that in the JSON, and now every time you open up a table, your column header is word wrap. So it's just those little things that have really helped streamline development.
So when you multiply that by thousands, it amounts to a lot of productivity.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we've also created a cover page on each new report that goes out that just contains model metadata and then our feedback survey, which we'll get into more in a little bit.
Okay, so third one, refresh optimization. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. And another key to this, just want to say that all of these optimization techniques that we're utilizing, it can be for a very small team using pro licenses to us using premium licenses as well. It's all of these can be implemented across the board. So data source selection, starting there, we say, are we using the right data source? Are we using data flows? Are we, if we're not utilizing a data flow, is it an opportunity for a data flow? Is it a data source that's being shared across data sets? Incremental refresh, are we utilizing incremental refresh where possible? Again, on the template, we have the pre-built start and end dates.
Sure, range end, range start.
Incremental refresh, we use incremental refresh from data flows, and then we use incremental refresh from the Power BI data set back to the data flow as well. Then we look at refresh duration. Are the solutions running like they should be? Are they running too long? Is there anything we can do to optimize that? The refresh scheduling, we use the API. We look at the current refreshes and the current refresh schedule that we have for all of our solutions, and then we look at the average duration for all our existing solutions. So we know in a premium capacity, if you don't know, you're limited to a certain number of parallel refreshes. So we look at that and say, are we meeting that parallel refresh threshold? And then the last one, we look at performance monitoring, again through the API or through the performance capacity metrics.
Yeah, I love how every single thing, how the level of detail you go through. And you have a demo here, right, as well?
Yep, look at the API.
Do we do escape? There's always that black screen for a quick second, but then the light comes up. There we go.
So we've built a custom connector to the Power BI API here. As you can see here, you've got.
Do you want me to hold your microphone?
Sure.
Yeah, because
here
it's hard.
You've got the number of refreshes for each one of the solutions. We're looking at the last 30 days here. You've got the average duration for each one of the solutions, a total time, that's based on the number of refreshes that it goes through. So maybe it's a short duration refresh, but it's running 30 times. We want to look at that one as well. So we look at this and we see, okay, how many refreshes are we running by hour? How many refreshes? What's the average duration by hour? How are we scaling over time? We look at the refreshes today. We see how many failed. We look at those solutions. We'll show in a moment how we utilize that as well. And especially that refresh schedule. We say by hour, or actually I think this is broken out by 15 minutes. How many solutions do we have that are scheduled during that time? How many that do we still have running at that time that were scheduled for an earlier time? Again, based on the average duration of that refresh.
So is that when people get to work, 8, 9 a.m., they refresh their report?
That's right.
So that's beautiful. Anything else on the demo?
Nope,
for this?
that's it on that one.
Okay, so and now we're going to talk a little bit about, maybe I'll give you the mic back. We're going to talk a little bit about flow, right? So let me go back. And there we go. So tell me a little bit about how you use flow.
So standard refresh notifications are just an email to the dataset owner. You'll receive an email saying it's failed, what the reason was. We wanted to really send that to the group. So if there's somebody that's out, somebody else from the group can handle that, et cetera. So we've built a data alert plus a flow. That data alert is based on, did a refresh fail? Yes, we get a data alert. Flow then taps into that data alert, and we've built in an inline CSS to make it a little bit prettier on the email side. And then we have a distributed notification that can email whoever we want to receive that failure notification.
The end result is amazing. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's really nice. And the flow, was it a low no-code solution that worked for you?
Yeah, that was actually a pre-built
Okay, so you use a pre-built one,
flow. Yep.
which is an optimum solution.
Absolutely.
So,
Steal with pride.
and that's right. And so, and finally, you also use PowerApps for custom survey, right?
Yep. Yeah, so at this point, we've built a data model. We've optimized it to the nth degree. We found the best spot for it to refresh. It's out in the wild. It's refreshing. People are using it. At least we think they are. Do they like it? Does it actually do what it was supposed to? Does it need to do anything else? I wish there was a way that people could tell us. Well, there is. There's an app for that. There's a PowerApp for that. And one of the people on our team, he built it in probably only a day. And probably even less time than that to just get something up and running. So you see on the far left, we specifically made it a single page because we wanted a lower friction. It's 4 questions. What do you like? Is it fast? Does it have the data you need? Does it have the visuals you like? What else? Tell us. And so in the background, that's running, we're capturing all of that data and then other survey metadata. That's writing to Azure SQL, and then we use Power BI to aggregate all of those surveys that we get and visualize that. And so as a team, we're able to go back and say, overall, where are we missing the marks, or what solutions are slower, and they're really slow because people are telling us that they're slow. So it's been great for overall, or closing that feedback loop.
And you have a demo for that?
Yep, just a quick one.
Well, because you are efficient.
we do our best. We do our best. That one is here. So if I should be on this one.
And so do you use PowerApps inside Power BI as a custom visual?
Yep, so it's a custom embedded visual. So this is part of our template, as I showed before. So this is already preloaded into every new report that we make. And so the user comes in, and they say, I want to start that survey.
I'll give you 5-star, come on.
I'm going to wait for the questions asked so we know what it is, but
That's true.
great job from Atlanta. Love this report. That wasn't super responsive this time, but that's okay. It has everything I need, and that's it. That's all they do. And so it's easy on them. It's really helpful for us.
And it's a Lego-like capability, which is naturally embedded in your solution.
Absolutely.
So we're going to go back to the deck, I think the last time in presentation mode, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what's left for you to optimize. What's next?
Yeah, so future optimization, obviously, always work to do. There will be plenty of work past this. The desktop performance analyzer that was just released, we're implementing that in our development process. Make sure that all the DAX calculations are running like they should. We're looking at usage analysis, waiting for the cross workspace usage analysis without getting into the Office 365 audit logs. So that's coming. Model analysis, looking at pulling XMLA DMV queries and pulling out all the metadata from the solutions and marrying that with the other data that we have for the usage analysis and for the refresh durations, et cetera. The Power BI report server, we're going to implement that on-prem so we can double our capacity. Anybody that's not utilizing any Power BI services that are critical for the solution, we'll pull them into the Power BI report server on-prem. So we'll double our capacity there. Analysis services, peeling off any models that need some, maybe we want to process it off of Power BI, so we're not affecting our capacity. We'll move those into analysis services. We'll be able to process more solutions there and then access them from the service. Same with reporting services. We've got a lot of solutions that really should be paginated reports, SSRS reports. So pulling those off of the solution will save a lot of refresh duration, will allow other solutions to roll into that slot that they were taking. And then Microsoft Flow and the API refreshes. We just implemented a Flow connector to the API, so we can kick off manual refreshes, or we can kick off, once XMLA gets the more precise refresh capabilities on Power BI, we'll be able to refresh specific tables within Power BI data sets.
That's beautiful. I mean, there's a craftsman-like approach to anything you do that, it's not magical that the reports are nicely designed and it goes fast, and I'm really, I've learned to appreciate that. So we have a few minutes, which is great, because you had a lot of stuff to show. I'd love to open up for questions about anything related to the processes that these guys run. Any questions? Yes, there's the gentleman in blue, and please repeat the question when you answer.
So currently for performance, we write a jams in our data warehouse to refresh, and then we just do a select all directory in Power BI. Does DataFlow work quicker than having Power BI run the DataFlow update?
So does DataFlow work quicker than having Power BI run the updates? Sure. From what I've seen, yes, it absolutely has. Specifically, we've been able to implement incremental refresh on the data flows, and so to only pull in, just those data records from the last 2 days. I really haven't seen any downside from using data flows.
And we use a combination too. We have our data warehouse is refreshing. Then we have our data flow, pull that in, and then we incremental refresh, incremental from the data warehouse to the data flow, and then incremental from the data flow to desktop.
Anybody else? Yes, the gentleman in pink.
So I love the landing page with the survey embedded in. Awesome. Curious about what your experience has been as a feedback loop.
Sure. Feedback since we've landed that. So, gosh, that was 2 weeks ago that we pushed that out. And we have, I'd say, 40 or 50 responses already. And that was only loaded into maybe 10 or 15 different data models. And I don't even think all of the communication went out to the users that's now available. So, already it's gotten some pretty good feedback.
It seems, in my opinion, the frictionless nature of the survey feedback that is naturally embedded in the report is probably conducive for people to do it. That's my perspective.
So the first version we made, it had the same 4 questions, but it was on 4 different screens. And you answered one, and you hit next, and you hit next. And we said, why are we making them hit the button 5 times? Let's just put all the questions on one page. If we can't fit them on, don't include the question.
Any other questions? Comments? Yes, sir?
Yeah, I have one question. Has it affected the performance of the report? Because right now we've seen that the PowerApps is not so fast, at least it wasn't so fast. So how it affected the performance of the whole report?
So has the survey adversely affected the rest of the data model? Not that I've seen. I mean, the model that I just showed you that it was connected to has probably 7 or 8 million rows of snapshot-based fact data, and haven't seen or heard any issues, or haven't seen any negative surveys come back from it saying, hey, this is slower now.
And to be clear, it only renders if someone goes to that cover page. It's not a part of the data model itself, so it's more like an iframe.
Any other question? Yep. Beth?
Does the survey only come up once for them, or is it
Each time. Yep. Yep. But we're capturing the user, we're capturing the report name, so we know if they've provided feedback previously.
Okay. Any other question? I think they want to go to happy hour.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, one more question, because you said that you don't want to have the usage monitoring with the audit logs from the Office 365. Is there a purpose? We are just waiting for the feature that is out of the box.
So the question is around not utilizing the Office 365 audit logs and waiting for something out of the box. I'd say yes. Johnson Controls has privacy concerns on audit logs, so we don't have access to them. So it's more of an accessibility issue for us. We do have the individual usage models that we can get in and get the usage out of, but we really want to aggregate that across all the workspaces so we can look at it and say, is this model being utilized? If it's not, and we're refreshing it seven times a week, that's 7 refreshes, say 30 minutes of refresh that we gain back.
Anything else? All right. Thank you so much to both Beth and Johnson Controls.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.